here at the Joke Clinic, we've seen that in the comments of our videos, people are clamouring. Would you say clamouring is the right word?
Yeah, there's a desperation there, isn't there? I think
a certain sense of desperation for guidance. People need to know. Some very experienced acts actually are saying, coming to us and saying, "How do I do it?"
And there's so much nonsense out there on the internet, isn't there, about how to about how to rules about being a comedian. We wanted to try and sort of cut through some of that and just plain speaking,
the basics, the essentials. So we've got our 12 rules of stand-up comedy. Golden rules? 12 golden rules.
Golden rule sounds nice.
Like a regal.
12? Is it 12?
Well, we'll see how we go. I think it's 12.
Yeah, fair enough.
About 12.
Baker's dozen. We may as well start at the beginning. First impressions count. What's extraordinary about this is that it could hardly be further from the truth.
It really is.
What a lot of nonsense.
Woefully incorrect. I've heard so many people say that your first joke should be your best joke, and it's close to nonsense. That isn't it? Really.
Cobblers was the word that came to my mind.
Your first joke, people often aren't going to listen to, because they'll be talking to the person next to them, or they'll be having a drink. So if you do your
smacking,
exactly right. I'm going to have another one of those actually. So if you do your best joke first, people aren't going to hear it. They're not going to get it, and it's going to be completely wasted. So what I would say, first joke should be your worst joke, or your dullest joke.
It doesn't even need to be a joke, does it? It's any bit of admin, really,
Something.
Anything at all.
Absolutely. Just get something out, and people will sort of hear it, and they'll go, and they'll be silent, deathly silent, and they'll be ready for your second joke.
Solid milk chocolates, eggs in a crisp sugar roll. Ingredient: sugar, milk, cocoa, butter. Yeah?
Walter comes out onto the stage and he says that. And now I'm looking at him and thinking, what was that? And then you come out with your cat joke or your granddad joke, and they go,
I've got loads of others.
There it is. First joke, awful. Second joke, that's your best joke.
Or your third.
Yeah, so for your second joke, you could do another boring one.
Keep them. You need to keep an audience on its toes. It's back to the feet thing again, in a sense, but you need to keep them on their toes. So the longer you can be dull for, then when you come out with your banger, trade term for a good joke, they'll be so bored. Is that the right word? That really they'll take any. No, I don't think that's quite right, is it? It's complicated, isn't it, this one?
It is.
Timing. A lot of talk about this in comedy circles, isn't there?
A lot of different ways to misinterpret this one, but really there is only one way to interpret it.
Yes.
Isn't there? What is that?
Well, I think to sort of, let's try and cut through some of the complexity of this one. I think timing is about speed, isn't it? I mean, let's take Mo Farah just as an example. He's running the 100 meters. Does he run 100 meters, or is he a longer distance?
No, I think he does it all.
Does he? All right. Let's say he's running 100 meters, or around about 100 meters. Doesn't need to be exactly 120, 130 meters. Thank you. Yeah. Now, does he run 80 meters? Take a pause. Run the last 20? No, he doesn't. He gets on with it. But that's what you should be doing with a joke. It's not complicated. If you've got your joke, deliver it. Ship out. Don't muck about.
Imagine,
just get on with it.
Just before you tell a joke, imagine someone's just fired a gun, and imagine the end of the joke is the tape. Do they still have? They don't still have tape, do they?
It's like electronic now, but it's effectively the same thing. Seems odd, the whole firing pistol thing. That's just for races, isn't it? I mean, I would have thought.
rattling.
Just thinking about it. I mean, they don't have a starting pistol for football, do they?
Not anymore. They did used to,
Did they?
but there were some accidents. I think a few people died.
A few people.
They were all stood in a line, and the referee shot them all at once.
Yeah.
It's funny though, isn't it?
It is. Yeah, we shouldn't laugh.
No, but
I
we
suppose.
can.
What bad luck as well. They're all in a line. Ref must have been gutted, although they don't care that much, refs, do they?
No.
I mean, honestly, if it takes
Oh, these are delicious.
the threat of the pistol to get Mo Farah to run, he's in the wrong job for me.
He's not sufficiently motivated, is he?
No,
If they
it
need
should
that.
be enough, I would have thought, just for the guy to say, "Off you go, Mo," which is funny actually in itself, isn't it? A little bit of a, "Off you go, Mo," and off he trots.
I don't think they use a gun anymore. It's isn't it one of the? It's like a thing, like a mouse trap, that gets set off, and the clamping sound.
Oh,
That's what they run to now.
a mouse trap.
So maybe you should imagine one of those before you tell your joke. A mouse trap going off, and then you go straight away as quickly as possible.
Quickly as possible, end of the joke, straight in with another joke. Bang, 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 like a starting pistol.
And that's timing.
Aha, next is hecklers.
Hecklers, very good.
Now, there's a lot of fear around this one, isn't there? Hecklers.
A lot of trepidation. A lot of people who don't really know how to deal with them. But it's easy enough.
It is easy enough. Yeah. So, all right. So, how are we going to how are we going to help people to you know help people find a way forward with this one with dealing with hecklers?
Should we do a role play?
That's a good idea.
Okay. Should I be the heckler?
Yes. Okay.
All right. So Walter's going to tell a joke, and I'm going to heckle. I'm going to tell you what I really think of it. All right. You up for that?
I'm absolutely up for that. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yes. I don't think there's any problem there. What shall I do? Shall I do my granddad? Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay. Good. My granddad.
This is shit.
My granddad was an identical twin.
I don't like this. You're not funny.
My granddad was an identical
Tell us
twin.
a joke.
Will you shut the fuck up?
Okay. So okay. Well, yes, you could do that, couldn't you? That's one thing that
Can I just have a moment, actually? Yeah. That's a sort of well, it's not exactly a cool way of doing it, of dealing with a heckler, but it's
Well, I suppose it's authoritative, isn't it? So in a way, you're sort of yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Let's move on from that one. I think.
Okay. Hecklers, tick that one up. Right, well now for this one, I'm not sure if there's a little bit of a typo. I've got not book, but I think that's supposed to be, in fact, I'm going to change that right now. There we are. Look at that. Oh!
You've done a capital E
I've done
there.
a capital E there. So there we are, look at that.
That's it.
Notebook.
I think notebook is one word though, isn't it? So it's giving you a suggestion there to change that.
Alright, isn't that clever? That's good, isn't it?
Yep. So now that's done. You don't need to do anything else. Notebook.
Notebook. What did we? What are the connotations? The takeaway.
Have one, I would say. Always be writing in it throughout the day. Note down the little things that happen to you, and then you can come back to them later on, and you can say, "Well, it's surprising, isn't it, how much happens to you in a day, and how much comedy there is." What sort of things do you put in your notebook?
Well, I'm going to put down that you've had 4, getting on with 5 now, of these of these chocolate snacks,
Balcony.
and now that you'll kind of think, well, what's he going to do with that? How's he going to make that funny? But I will.
And I'm feeling a bit ill now, so I would put that in my notebook, and I would say, I had too many chocolate cakes, and I felt ill.
And well, you can probably you can. I imagine they can guess their way to
where that's going to go.
For that, the magic that will ensue.
But of course, if I didn't have a notebook and I wasn't writing that down, I might end up doing nothing with that.
You'd just be feeling sick.
I'd just be feeling sick for no gain.
Who wants that?
That would be no gain, some pain.
That's true.
Pain, no gain. Which isn't the phrase. It's different, isn't it?
Nausea without humour. That doesn't work quite as well, does it?
Not as well.
Laughs per minute.
Laughs per minute. You'll hear that a lot in the industry, won't you?
So who are we? Because we've talked about laughter quite a lot. Who are we talking about here?
So, you always want to have someone laughing during your set. So laughs per minute, it can be made up of either the audience or it can be you. If they're not laughing, that should be your cue to jump in.
Okay.
Fill in.
Okay.
Be laughing at your own jokes. You can be laughing as you walk to the microphone, because it's rare, not unheard of, for the audience to be laughing as you walk onto the stage. It's happened to me sometimes, but it doesn't always. So if it's not happening, I'll often be laughing as I get to the microphone.
Don't expect it to happen. I mean, that's because Charlie's experienced pro comedian. Okay, so give us an example of that then. So you're walking up to the stage. The bar might be at the back. You're walking forward.
Yep.
Through the. Are you coming from a green room? You're coming through the audience sometimes.
Let's say I'm walking past a very long audience from the green room, right at the back, and the stage is at the front, and I'll sort of be walking past everyone, and I'll be going.
Yes. Yes.
And then I'll get to the stage, and that's generally when they will take over, and they'll start laughing.
So you're encouraging the laughter. You're growing it like watercress on a windowsill in a way, aren't you?
Perfect. Yes, like you're in a primary school science project. Absolutely. And so you want to have those laughs constant, and then you've got plenty of laughs
in those little plastic containers.
And you've got to water them, and some of them grow a bit faster than others, and you have to sort of see what the effects of that were.
But it's but with the laughter.
With the laughter in the audience.
Okay.
How many times would you say you're laughing per minute on stage?
Well, I don't think I've ever laughed on stage. But I did laugh once actually, when somebody said that they had a rescue snake. Because I thought that was really funny.
That is very funny. Did you do something with that?
No, not really.
It's something in itself, isn't it? So you don't need to do much with that.
I didn't want to
step on their toes.
No, although they don't have toes, do they? But no. So I don't tend to laugh, and the audience have they've followed me on that journey.
Yeah. They've decided to join you on that, which is quite nice, isn't it?
It's respectful, I think.
It's a sense of camaraderie, I think.
Yeah, I don't. It unnerves me a little bit if the audience laugh, because I worry they might be laughing at me. So I used to get teased when I was younger, and I don't want that.
You don't want to undig that.
I don't want to undig that. I don't want that.
No. Okay.
I don't want to dig up all that. So no. So hence my style. I've got my own particular style of comedy, haven't I?
Yes, you do. Critically acclaimed.
I know. I wish they hadn't acclaimed it so critically. I wish they'd acclaimed it more supportively.